Does he have a warrant for his arrest? Felony warrant? You guys check.
What was his last name, Judge?
Green. What time did you get here, Mr. Green?
I got like 9 o'clock, a little bit before, but I didn't know the COVID open.
You come late and you come in shorts. Is this a good way to come to court?
Courtroom rule number 1, dress like you care. This judge just weaponized shorts as evidence of disrespect, and now Mr. Green's credibility is tanking before the hearing even starts. Pro tip, your outfit is your first argument. Agree or disagree?
It's a complete lack of respect. And if you do it again, I'm going to put you out. Do you understand? You are charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a suspicious person call and made contact with a law enforcement officer working an extra job that stated the complaining witness approached him and stated that her phone was stolen from her front porch by the defendant, who she ID'd and provided a description of. The law enforcement officers found the defendant, who fled inside an apartment and then was detained. Law enforcement officers found the complaining witness's cell phone in the defendant's front jean pocket. The defendant had a prior trespass warning for the location from January 2025.
So you go inside that. Ab?
Yes, Your Honor, we just have here that the complaining witness stated her cell phone was stolen from her front porch.
Mr. Green, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and you're to come right back. Do you understand?
Right today?
Right. Do you understand? I'm also going to put a GPS monitor on your ankle, and I'm ordering you not to go anywhere near this apartment complex. If I find that you do, if I find that you're a weapon, that you have a weapon, if I find that you're a danger to my community, I will revoke your bond, and I'm going to make it sky high. You are on felony deferred for a very serious case.
Plot twist. This isn't just about a stolen phone. Homeboy's already on felony probation. That sky-high bond threat? Totally legal. Judges can revoke deferred cases for any new offense. Translation, he's one misstep from a cell.
Does he have a felony warrant?
Okay, no.
Why is this showing no bond?
I'm not sure, Judge, but I don't see it come up in that.
Take a seat for me. We'll have you sent in see you 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Judge asks him.
Okay. Last name was
Chase.
Chase.
Oh. And then, what about your?
Ms. Chase, you're charged with assault bodily injury. You and the state have been unable to reach an agreement. You know, in this life, you never know who you're going to run into. You get into a fight with the wrong person, they're going to shoot your ass dead. You get into a fight with the wrong person. This society is extremely litigious. They like to sue. They like to get money. And I mean, who doesn't want money, right? So when you run into the wrong person and you get into a fight with the wrong person, it could really cost you dearly. And as you now know, these people, they now have a lawyer.
One of the family members was a lawyer. That's what I was explaining, Judge. So she didn't call the cops that day. The cops went to the law office the next day.
It's very possible they're waiting for the results of this to come after you in a civil way. That's why you have to watch out what you do, who you get in contact with. If you're lucky that you're not going to get shot, you're going to get unlucky that you're going to get sued, They're going to squeeze you for every dime. That's why you have to be careful. So what do you want?
I mean, ideally, I'm asking for a deferred and a no contest plea if the court would take that.
I don't know about a no contest plea, but I'm certainly willing on the deferred, right? So you're charged with assault. You've not been able to work an agreement. Would you like to come to me for us to punish you as opposed to the state? Because you've been unable to work an agreement.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Sure.
yes.
So your other option is if you don't want to accept, then you can go to trial. That's the other option that you have.
No, not
So, okay. So, are you guilty or not guilty of this offense, man?
I'm guilty.
Okay. I'm not going to find you guilty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to withhold that finding for a year. I'm going to place you on a probation that's called deferred adjudication.
Okay.
This is a type of probation that you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into it, meaning that you cannot fight this underlying case after today. We're putting you on this probation. If you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. But you cannot tell people it was dismissed. It doesn't get dismissed. You take a probation. If you complete it successfully, you don't end up with a conviction. Do you understand the difference?
Yes, I do.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to order you to undergo anger management while you're in this probation. You're to do an effective decision-making class. You will also do what's called a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. No weapons and no contact with the complaining witness in this case.
Deferred probation is a deal with the devil. No conviction if you behave, but waive all your rights. Miss one class? Warrant. Get pulled over? Warrant. This is why 30% of deferred cases end in revocation. Smart move or trap?
You'll live 2 years after you're done.
Okay.
Now, if you're going to be driving, you must have a Texas driver license
I have-
and you must maintain liability insurance as well. Car insurance. You have to have car insurance. That's another thing. I get emails all the time where I have people asking me for help because they get into an accident and they're getting sued for $50,000 and they don't know how to go forward. They now are required to go hire a lawyer and fight this lawsuit because they got into a car accident and they damaged someone's Benz. That's why you have car insurance, so that if you get into an accident, you have the company there to represent you and take care of it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so proof of financial responsibility.
Yes, sir. I have a license, but I don't have a car anymore, so I don't have
Okay.
insurance.
Well, if you get a car, you're in
Okay, yeah.
insurance. Okay. And she doesn't currently have a car, Your Honor. I'm just letting her know that
Yeah.
she gets it.
If at some point you do get into a car or you
Right.
have one, even if you're borrowing someone else's car, you cannot unless you have insurance.
Mr.
Okay, so ma'am, what I'm going to do now, you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charge rights in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you are now entering into a contract with us stating that you will successfully complete this agreement. If you do something to violate this agreement, like you pick up a new case, you don't do your classes on time, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. We're going to have a hearing and you're looking at an entire year in jail.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You still want to do this?
Yes.
Okay, man. I'm going to sentence you to it. Good luck to you.
How many months is the term, Your Honor? 12 months. Okay, perfect.
Just a year.
Okay.
And if you do well, you get everything done quickly and you're nice to everybody. You know, these probation officers, they have a really just tough job. They meet with the worst of the worst. They deal with excuse after excuse. So if you want to get a nice one, be the first appointment, be the first one there, be happy, crack a joke. You don't have these people eating out of your hands. But if you go there at 4 o'clock, they've dealt with excuse after excuse, a-hole after a-hole. They're probably going to be in a bad mood. And if you're in a bind and you go up there unhappy, it's not going to go well, right?
Right.
Good luck to you.
Okay, appreciate it.
And you're done with court, I think. Okay.
Okay, Greg.
Yeah, you're going to wait for the thing.
I'll come and talk to you in a few.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck, man.
Let Fleischer in it. I mean, did